If you have an oil leak, I always recommend to check that device. It costs only a few dollars, and if you don't replace it on time, it can actually destroy your engine. Make sure to stay tuned in, we will explain why. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Dodge Challenger guys that uses guys that actually it's leaking oil. It starts leaking oil. We have oil leaks, so you fix one oil leak and then another one develops. You wonder what causes that. It could be a little bitty device that costs only a few dollars. You're supposed to replace that so many thousand miles guys quite often, and many people will never replace that device. Okay, most people that I know will never actually even know about it. So stay with us, we'll explain what it is, and it can practically save your engine, because that little bitty device that costs only a few dollars can destroy your engine. So all that will be covered in this video today. So before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage guys, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. Oh, and in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you need to buy any parts, tools for your Dodge Challenger or any car you want to save quite a bit of money, get them at a really good price and quick shipping, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tools and supplies from. So let's start on it now. So what we have here guys, we have a Dodge Challenger. Doesn't matter if you have a V6, V8, it will work about the same. But let's say you just fix the valve cover oil leak guys, and then all of a sudden you have an oil pan oil leak, and then all of a sudden you have a maybe variable timing actuator oil leak, and you're tired of fixing oil leaks guys, one after another one. Or even you replace valve cover and it started leaking again. What can easily cause that now guys? Now that's not of course the only thing, but we'll talk about two things that can solve your problem, so make sure to stay until the end, and one of those, if not fixed on time, can destroy your engine. First, if you have a higher mileage engine, in some cases it could be normal to develop an oil leak after an oil leak, because all the gaskets are exposed to heat and time, so practically that rubber will not be so flexible, it will flatten, it will get hard, and that can cause oil leaks. So you can do something such as Leaky Moly Oil Saver. This one guys actually reduces oil consumption and fixes oil leaks. So what it does, practically makes the gaskets flexible again. It makes them guys where they expand a little bit, so it seals everything, and that can prevent it as well. Once my cars reach about 100,000 miles, I start using that stuff regularly. So that can kind of help quite a bit guys, and it can often even fix an oil leak gasket without replacing it. Number two, you have that special device right here that's known as an oil separator valve, also known as a PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation valve. What it does guys, okay, this thing is super important. It's mounted usually somewhere on the cylinder head on the back side or something like that, and the PCV valve is connected from the valve cover with a hose like that to the intake manifold, usually right after that throttle body. What's the purpose of that valve? When your engine guys gets fuel and air, the piston will go up, compress that, the spark plug will ignite, that will cause an explosion. That explosion will drive the piston down, will create power, but you have some blow-by gas around the piston rings that will make its way eventually in the oil pan, in the crankcase, in the lower part of the engine. But on other engines usually you have more blow-by gas because of worn piston rings or dirty piston rings, or wear to the cylinder wall as well. But even on newer engine it's normal to have some, and if that blow-by gas doesn't come out of the engine, okay, through the PCV valve and injects itself in the intake manifold, it will cause internal pressure in the engine, and that internal pressure guys will eventually start putting pressure from the inside out, and that's when gasket will start leaking. Number one thing, usually we notice valve cover gaskets that fail. It could be oil pan gaskets, crankshaft seals, variable timing actuators. It could be gaskets guys for camshaft sensors, crankshaft sensor as well. Multiple things that can easily cause that. So we'll always guys, okay, recommend to replace the PCV valve because if you check your manual, that item is serviceable. You're supposed to change it so many thousand miles. On different models it's different, but if you don't, guys, what can easily happen, you can destroy your engine in multiple ways. One, you may cause multiple oil leaks and even run out of oil. That can destroy it. Two, it separates the oil fumes from that internal pressure, and just the clean air is injected in the intake manifold, and the oil goes back to the oil pan. If it fails, it's stuck open all the time, it can put oil in the intake manifold. You can experience increased oil consumption, smoking, and that extra oil can clog up your catalytic converters. It can cause, if it's stuck open, lean fuel mixture, which can affect catalytic converters as well, and other things such as valves. So guys, that thing, okay, if you don't replace it, it can destroy your engine. And check your manual, it will say how often you need to replace it, but we have a video that explains how often I should change, okay, PCV valve. Hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to any of you wondering about that. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.